Hello, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. We're going to start this love reading by taking a look at your overall energy. And we start with pay attention to signs. Determined. I'll never stop trying to do better. And the Five of Wands. Yeah, this determined energy is really pushing you through things. And what you want to do now is you want to take that and open up a little bit more of that awareness to the signs that your higher self's showing you. You're getting from maybe the spirit realms from above. Really trying to put you on that path toward realizing your greatest potential here in this place. And there's a little bit of conflict here, right? Because it's not always the easiest path that we have set up for ourselves in this life, but it is the most meaningful path. So it's important to understand that yes, there may be some trials along the way. Yes, there may be some friction here between you and your person in this connection even, but that doesn't mean that it isn't meant to be. That doesn't mean it isn't the right thing for you. Open that intuition, look at these signs that your higher self is showing you, and follow that guidance, follow that path. This determination will help you see that all the way through, and I think you'll find that you'll arrive eventually where you're looking to go. What about your person? What is their overall energy here? Family and tribe. Warmth. I miss you and your warmth. And the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, really wonderful overall energy to be in, that overwhelming fulfillment of emotional state. That's that warmth, right? That really kind of being caressed. And again, like have that energetic caressing, right? Of your heart, your soul, your being, your entire being. And that family and tribe really just adds to that, right? That's that supportive element of that whole kind of enveloping energy. Your person has this wonderful energy about them, but the subtext of this warmth card is the thing that I want to point out. I miss you and your warmth. So there's a little bit of that that's not fully there just yet. Perhaps it's this Five of Wands on your side, Taurus, that's kind of creating a little bit of separation maybe. Or maybe it's just the circumstances of life. We find ourselves in some interesting circumstances, and perhaps those can be the things that are, kind of putting a little bit of distance here. Either way, the energy here is aligned with this connection, and not only is it aligned with this connection, it's a very high vibration level, even on your side with this determination energy, Taurus. So things are really looking very aligned here, and so I really like the energy I'm getting so far from these cards. All right, Taurus, how do you feel about this connection? All right, we've got the Three of Pentacles, the Judgment card, and the Star. Yeah, this is all still in alignment with what we've seen from you so far, Taurus. The Three of Pentacles, going down this path of building this relationship together and really building a life together. That's where your emotions are kind of set up toward, and using this judgment, that's what's allowing you to push with this determination that, like, hey, look, circumstances may not look exactly like I want them to, but I'm going to make them happen, because you've used that judgment to understand that you can do that, right? You are tapped into that higher energy. Also, what you want to do is take this judgment energy and really focus it on what's in front of you to see the signs and the, sort of those little breadcrumbs that your higher self's leaving for you on this path. And speaking of the path, the star, that's that guiding star, that higher self, that really that ultimate highest good that you're looking for with this relationship. I think you'll see that the more that you do open up to your intuition, the more that you do continue in this determination, the more that you move away from this Five of Wands, if you can, or don't let it affect you as much, you'll see more clarity on your path, one, but you'll see more of this unfolding in front of you, and really, I think it's going to be a kind of a familiar feeling, a familiar look, right? That, oh yeah, this is what I've envisioned, this is what I'm looking for, and then when you have that kind of aha connection with that, you'll know that you're on that right path. How does your person feel about this connection? The King of Wands, the Nine of Swords, and the Three of Cups. The Nine of Swords here is that real anxiety that comes up from this missing of the warmth. Again, this could be another result of the circumstances we find ourselves in, or it could just be they've kind of got these habits of thought and feeling that kind of they go through every once in a while, these cycles, and when they get on this part of the cycle, it really just raises up that energy of anxiety. The King of Wands is how you get over that, right? You take that action with your emotions and say, okay, I'm going to move forward here. I'm not going to let this slow me down. Okay, I'll acknowledge that I'm feeling this. I felt it, I can let that feeling go, or I can just let it sit there and I'm going to still continue forward. That's that determination on their side. If they start to enact that, that is going to rapidly, I think, vanish from their emotional cycles. The Three of Cups, though, that's what they really want to be focusing on. That's kind of the opposite side, right? That's that emotional celebration. This is what they really feel about this connection, right? That it's very celebratory, it's a very worthy sort of thing in their life, and they want to experience more of that. How do you view this connection, Taurus? The Hanged Man, the Tower, and the Nine of Cups. Yeah, this Hanged Man is really interesting because this is you understanding that whatever is causing this Five of Wands is a perspective, and that perspective needs to shift, and it may already be shifting, in fact, to let that energy go so that you don't keep holding it in you. But the Tower here, you see that something is shaking stuff up. Again, it could be the same circumstances that caused this kind of separation, maybe the Nine of Swords on their side, but it's made things different than they have been before, and it's something that you may be worrying about a little bit, but what I would say, just to kind of maybe counteract that worry inside of yourself, is, again, just continue to open up that awareness to the signs that your higher self puts in front of you, because that's what's going to allow you to overcome that and cope with it in the term that it's here, right? Not to say that it can immediately go away, and it may be a while before it goes away, or it becomes not an influencing factor, but you can minimize how much that impacts your day-to-day, and minimize how much that really kind of overtakes you. What you don't want is to let that overwhelm you. What you do want to do is persist in this Nine of Cups view of things, that, hey, look, I know this is the right thing that I want because it makes me happy, it's starting to fulfill me emotionally. This is on that path toward really having that real Ace of Cups, but even next after the Nine is the Ten of Cups, happily ever after, right? So really that path is the one that you see you want yourself to be on, and you see that there's a possibility for this, and I think that that's a really real, true, intuitive pickup from you that, hey, look, this is an energy that matches here and that can take things forward. How does your person view this connection? The Seven of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, and a Seven of Wands. 777. So that's very interesting, right? That's very auspicious combination. Very wonderful here that those three sevens come out. What I will say is that this is a little bit of a path of kind of redemption from their view on this connection, right? Starts at Seven of Swords, goes to the Seven of Wands to arrive at the Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. The concern that things aren't as above the board as they would like, but they know that there is a struggle, or maybe struggle's not the right word, but there is action being taken. There is desire powering change, and that change is moving away from that energy of the Seven of Swords that they want to leave behind, and then moving into the Seven of Pentacles, which is the wonderful fruit that you get to experience when you go through this sort of a process and you understand that, look, it's worth taking the time, the effort, the focus to overcome these obstacles. And so they see that as the path of this connection. So I get the sense that right now it may be about the Seven of Wands kind of stage, where you've kind of persisted through the Seven of Swords. You're at the Seven of Wands stage and moving toward the Seven of Pentacles. I think that's why the Five of Wands comes out on your side, Taurus, is it's kind of that struggle. And that struggle sounds like a very maybe more of a negative word than what really I think the energy here is, but it's just kind of facing the challenge is maybe a better way to phrase it. Facing that challenge, overcoming that challenge, building this together, right? Three of Pentacles on your side to really arrive at that wonderful harvest of kind of the work that you've done to that point to grow the relationship. What are next steps for you, Taurus? The Eight of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, and the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups here comes out to remind you that, yes, your situation, your perspective, where you are it seems very real because it is very real, but it seems total. Understand that it's not total, because in this relationship, your person has their perspective and their emotions and their feelings as well. And you have to remember those and take those into account as you understand how to follow this path that the star is shining on for you, so that you understand that, look, this is a partnership together and their perspective is just as important. Not to say that you don't understand that, it's just a reminder of that, right? And that you just be aware that you could fall into ignorance of that, which that's a possibility for all of us, but it's just here to remind you of that. Three of Cups, though, look, start getting that energy high, like your person has emotionalized around this connection, that, hey, look, this is something to celebrate. This is something to be excited about. That's what you really want to take away here. And the Eight of Pentacles, really wonderful that picks up from the Seven of Pentacles on your person's side here, is not only is this fruit something that you can experience, it's also something that you can continue to build at a very fine-grained, detailed level and understand every little bit about this relationship that you would like to see happen. You can work with your person to make that happen. If you work and walk into this connection or continue in this connection with that understanding, I think this Three of Cups energy will be really easy to bring up inside of you. Combine that with this determination, and that's going to blow away any obstacles to this moving forward. How does your person, or excuse me, what are next steps for your person? The Devil, the Six of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles for them as well. All right, so the Devil here is that kind of the same that the Four of Cups is the warning to you that, hey, look, you need to consider your person's perspective as well, or just that kind of reminder. The Devil is the reminder to your person that, look, this Seven of Swords feeling situation, this is the pivotal card on their side, so this is why I think the Devil harkens back to that. It make that energy, that feeling, I should say the feeling, not the energy per se, but the feeling that they had around that may arise again. And they need to understand that if that's the case, since this is that process of overcoming that, so after that overcoming of the Seven of Swords energy, if that feeling comes up again, it's not a regression to that previous state. What it is there's some energy inside of themselves that they still have yet to resolve and release, kind of process and release, that if they don't, it's going to continue to come up no matter what. It's not like, oh, it's your fault, Taurus, that this is back. It's really one of those things of projections of energy that they have, that it may be some sort of moon energy or something along those lines, of some situation or energy they've not processed, that they're probably unconsciously, subconsciously projecting into this relationship again. They have to be very highly aware of that. But if they can, release that, what they're going to unlock is this wonderful Six of Cups, Eight of Pentacles. Six of Cups is that deep, sincere love, I think that's here. The expression of that is what will be unlocked at that point. The full expression, the unencumbered expression of that. And then the Eight of Pentacles, just the same as you, working together on those fine details of everything they have envisioned as well. Again, that's why Four of Cups is on your side, Taurus, to understand that you should work with them on what their vision is for the relationship as well. But I think that it's so highly aligned, and the two of you are so, one, you're determined, Taurus, and for them, it's so fulfilling with the Ace of Cups that this is something that I think both of you want to work out, and whatever those details may be, I think you'll find an easy meshing of those desires on both sides. All right, let's get some of these message cards and see what your person has to say here. You will be in my heart until death and beyond. This is the Six of Cups, right, coming out again. The Six of Cups is that multiple life love. And so this is that full expression of that they have this perspective that you and your energy and just who you are, right, the essence of who you are, your spirit, is going to be with them. Because perhaps it has been before this life as well with this Six of Cups energy, that this is a sequence of lives that the two of you are playing out together, that you have an important spiritual mission, that you're trying to grow spiritually here, but also accomplish things in the spiritual realm together, because two are greater than one and much more powerful than one. Even though there's so much power in the one, when two come together in total alignment, watch out. That's a very, very powerful energy. I'm afraid I will lose myself in you. And this is also that kind of a risk, or I don't say risk, but a thought that we have when we do have this very strong Six of Cups energy going on, because it's like, where do I end and where do you begin, right? So it's like, are we the same? And the reality is, in some ways, yes, we become the same when we have such a deep, sincere connection. But we have to definitely maintain our own identities, because if we don't, then we never know if we are, acting out from our highest good, because when we do that, we kind of cut off our connection to our higher self. So this is their concern, is that they would go so deep in this connection that they may inadvertently, unintentionally cut off that connection to their higher self, because, but this is the I guess kind of the positive side of that. The reason that they have this concern is because they do desire this connection so deeply, because they are so attracted to you and they are so excited about what this connection could be. So there's the balancing act, right? That's the Temperance card, right? They have to take the temperance here. Both of you will have to, I think, take this temperate approach, so that neither of you lose yourself in the other, but you still can create this deeply loving, deeply powerful, deeply spiritual connection between the two of you. All right, Taurus, I hope this reading was helpful for you. Please only take those elements that resonated with you, as that's the important information that your higher self has for you as you move forward to experience the relationship you're looking for. And thank you so much for spending some of your precious and valuable time with my channel and this reading. That's very meaningful to me. So, Taurus, please accept my sincere gratitude for that. I really thank you for being here. Again, I hope